All right, buckle up, because we've got a breaking story out of California that proves crime has officially entered its Lego era, and I need you to understand how deeply unhinged this situation actually is. Santa Rosa police just busted open what they're calling an organized retail theft ring, and when they kicked down the door to this guy's house in Hidden Valley Lake, they didn't find cash or guns or even a normal person's living room, no. They found a goddamn Lego museum that would make a Toys R Us blush, except everything in it was hot as hell. We're talking $60,000 worth of stolen plastic bricks covering every available surface like some kind of Danish fever dream designed by a criminal with an IKEA catalog and zero impulse control. The living room? Wall-to-wall Lego sets are still in boxes mixed with bins overflowing with loose pieces because apparently this mastermind was running a chop shop for children's toys. The kitchen? Thousands more pieces scattered across counters like the world's most expensive confetti. This man was out here treating Lego people like he was cataloging evidence in a toy murder spree. And I genuinely need to know what kind of Saturday morning cartoon villain origin story leads you to alphabetize tiny plastic smiles while sitting in a room that smells like crime and childhood nostalgia. Now, you might be thinking, hey, maybe this guy just really loves Legos and got a little overzealous on eBay. But no, police say he was the ringleader directing other people to go out and steal the expensive limited edition sets from Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, anywhere that didn't chain down the goddamn Death Star. They'd boost the merchandise, bring it back to Lego Griselda over here, and he'd buy them at a fraction of retail price, then flip them online for profit. Classic middleman hustle, except instead of drugs or electronics, this criminal genius chose collectible building blocks to fund drug habits. Let me repeat that. They were stealing children's toys to buy drugs, which means somewhere in America there's a dealer accepting payment in unopened Harry Potter castle sets, and I want to meet that man's accountant. This wasn't a side hustle. This was a full-scale operation complete with inventory management and apparently a deeply troubling organizational system that suggests this guy either has Octi or watched one too many serial killer documentaries and thought, you know what, I could apply this energy to plastic toys. Officers walked into that house expecting maybe some stolen merchandise and instead got a TED Talk on how to run a black market Lego empire from your living room while maintaining an emotionally categorized collection of decapitated minifigure heads. And the kicker? This investigation is ongoing. More arrests are expected, which means there's a whole network of Lego thieves out there right now sweating bullets wondering if the cops are coming for their Millennium Falcon stash next. What a time to be alive. Anyway, that's your feel-good story for today. Stay tuned because somehow the next one's even dumber. And if you thought that was the pinnacle of human stupidity, strap in, because our final story tonight involves artificial intelligence, accidental crime reporting, and a dog that apparently has zero respect for property lines or dramatic tension. So we've got this poor bastard in Biloxi, Mississippi, just trying to have a nice quiet evening at home watching television like a normal functioning adult, when an actor on screen says the words, "Call 911," and his Amazon Alexa, that little black hockey puck of chaos sitting on his shelf, decides to take that shit literally. No context, no confirmation, just pure algorithmic obedience. Before this guy can even process what's happening, Alexa cheerfully announces that 911 has been called and police are en route like she's ordering him a goddamn pizza. Less than 60 seconds later, and I need you to appreciate the response time here because when you actually need police, it takes 40 minutes. But when Alexa gets confused suddenly, they're faster than Domino's delivery. 2 full squad cars pull up to this man's house with lights probably flashing, like he's harboring a fugitive or running a meth lab. The dog sees these uniformed strangers and thinks, "Oh my God, new friends! This is the best day of my life," and the second this guy opens the door to continue his humiliating explanation, the puppy bolts outside and starts showering both officers with kisses and jumps like they're long-lost relatives at a family reunion. The cops are standing there getting absolutely mauled by this overly affectionate furball while the homeowner is trying to maintain some shred of dignity and explain that yes, his house tried to frame him for an emergency, and no, he cannot control his dog's enthusiasm for law enforcement. But wait, it gets better because after thoroughly baptizing both officers in dog saliva, this doodle apparently decides the party isn't big enough, so it takes off down the street at full speed like it's training for the goddamn Iditarod. So now we've got 2 police officers who responded to a fake robot emergency watching a man chase his escaped dog through a residential neighborhood while Alexa presumably sits inside feeling very proud of herself for causing maximum chaos with minimum effort. The officers eventually helped corral the dog because apparently that's what we're using police resources for now. Amazon initiated canine rodeos. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got cited. The dog probably got belly rubs. This man now has to live with the knowledge that his smart home betrayed him. His puppy has zero loyalty, and his neighbors definitely think he's the guy who cried wolf. Except the wolf was a doodle, and the cry came from a speaker that cost $39 and has worse judgment than a drunk freshman. What do you think? Is Alexa secretly working for the cops or just trolling us all? Leave it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, because God knows what other insane news I'm gonna dig up next time.